This episode of Trips to the Store has been brought to you with the help of viewers like you. Transmissions wouldn't be the show it is today if it wasn't for all of your support. Join our Patreon today at transmissionspodcast.com/support.
Welcome to the Transmissions Trips to the Store, where we show off all the cool Transformer stuff we got this week. This video is part of our regular Transmissions podcast. You can check that out at our website, transmissionspodcast.com. We do 2 shows every week. Every Wednesday is Transmissions, a show all about Transformers, toys, and merchandise. Then every Friday is Transmissions Alt Mode, which is all about Transformers, comics, and media. And this week we are reviewing Transformers Fate of Cybertron, the last regular mainline Transformers comic put out by IDW Publishing, and the conclusion of the 2019 Transformers lineup. So we'll have thoughts on that. We've also got the every other week we put out the Transformers Live Play RPG podcast, the first and only Transformers Live Play RPG podcast. That's Empire of Rust, run by our good buddy Mike down there. So yeah, that's you. It's you. So yeah, just keep listening to that, and his friends, as they are the heroes of Icon now, going through their campaign, trying to make sure that Cybertron stays peaceful. So you can listen to that. We've also got Darryl, friend of the show, Darryl. Sometimes friend of the show, Darryl. He's doing. He's got so we got some special podcasts coming out. These are Let's Talk Transformers with Darryl. He's had special guests on. We had the Why We Collect special with Izzy Francisi. We just had Mikey from Moonbase 2. And what's coming up this week, Darryl?
So we've got Maz from the Triple Takeover podcast. So look forward to that. They do a great show over there, but I wanted to dig into some other stuff that that Maz is into, and then talk about Transformers and stuff. So yeah, look forward to that.
Cool. And keep checking our YouTube channel next week, because we will have a 4-part series of the Transformers deck building game. And we played that in Tabletop Simulator. So that is, again, Mike put that together. Yes, you did that. And myself and Jeremy and Dr. Pants played a game with him, and it was no, Darryl, you weren't there. You didn't show up, Darryl.
I did not go. No,
you left us on read when we asked you about it.
Now you know why Dr. Pants' stock is going up and yours is going down.
It's true. Dr. Pants is pretty awesome.
All right, and as we've got so much content coming out, I forgot to ask everyone to continue to support the show by becoming a donatron. And you can go to transmissionspodcast.com/support. And thank you to everyone who's already helping us out. And if you want to help us out, you can go there and sign up. You can also buy some merchandise from our TeePublic store. That's at transmissionspodcast.com/shop. Yeah, Darryl, your stock's going back up. You're wearing a Transmission shirt.
Yeah,
great.
and you've got a good guy shirt on. I see. That's good job. Good job wearing our merch.
Yes, this is our merch.
You got a little bit from that.
Yeah, and Jeremy's got a shirt on too, but that we wouldn't expect less from Jeremy because he's awesome.
Technically, I have a shirt on as well.
Yes, we're all wearing shirts. Can we move it along here?
All right, well, yeah, let's get into what we got this week. So, Mike, you're gonna go first.
All right. I cannot compete with all of the TFcon hauls from these folks, so I am going to go first and show off a couple of things I picked up over the last month. One Transformers-related thing and one non-Transformers-related thing. Screw you, Darryl. It's going to happen. First thing I'm going to show
Mute his mic.
is...
Oh, no, mute his mic. Oh, no.
is the Demona figure from NECA Toys from the Gargoyles series. I had her on pre-order at BBTS and it never showed up, but I found her in a Target the other day. If you have not looked at the NECA Toys Gargoyles figures, these are really, really good, high quality figures. And yeah, so they're doing like the whole series. So if you're a fan of Gargoyles, fan of NECA, fan of just cool looking toys, that's
Yeah,
an
it
option
was
for you.
Probably one of the best cartoons of its era.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
Absolutely.
Big fan of Gargoyles. Yep.
Yep. The Transformers thing I got was courtesy of DJ Ronan. He hooked me up with it's a little bright, but a Power of the Primes Jazz for the upcoming custom combiner that I was putting together. So now I have all of the pieces. In fact, I have more than enough pieces to actually put the combiner together. All I really need now is to pick up the feet. So if anyone has, I forget the number. I think it's like PC08 or something like that. Specifically, like the gray feet that that Perfect Effect did for the Combiner Wars figures. I'm looking to. Yeah, I know, right?
You might want to try looking for a KO one of that. I know they KO'd them.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I might have to, because even like the blue ones, like the normal color releases, are impossible to find, and the gray ones, oof, God. Yeah, but that's the last piece I really need for it. But I do have some spare stuff I picked up from, I forget the company, but it wasn't Perfect Effect, but some blue feet that I'm going to use at least temporarily. So next time I'm on, you will see the combined version with all the figures that I put together, and we'll see which one looks best. I ended up getting an Off-Road, a Trailbreaker, 2 Jazzes, a Ricochet, and a Prowl and a First Aid. So I have plenty of different options as to what I want to use for the limbs here.
Is that the MAGA Jazz?
It is. Yep. Yep. And I took a look and see if it was the original one or one of the later line ones. And yep, it's the Mega Jazz. So fun times.
I wonder if he got that from the store that we both go to, because recently the store has gotten in like 3 of those freaking Combiner Wars Jazzes. So there's so many of them in there right now. But yeah,
maybe. I know I think he had it for a little while and just didn't want it anymore. So he hooked me up with it. So
yeah.
But yeah, so that's what I got for this week. So yeah.
All right. I guess I will go next. So yes, myself, Jeremy, and Darryl all went to TFcon, and we all got a bunch of stuff. So
I noticed you didn't invite me, Charles.
You were invited.
I need a formal invitation. Thank you.
I wasn't going to come pick you up. I mean, that's where I draw the line. All right. Well, first I want to show off some comics that Darryl gave me. He surprised me. These are
not Transformers related either. That's
but you gave them to me, Darryl. I learned it from watching you, Darryl.
I'm also going to have non-Transformer things that Darryl gave me.
What the hell has this show become?
It's your fault. It's your own fault, Darryl. You shouldn't have given us stuff. So these are some African American themed comics from a lot. Well, some I think this is from the 90s. The others are from different eras, but yeah, this is Zero, or I guess Xer Zero or something like that. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce it, but apparently it's being turned into a movie with 50 Cent, or 50 Cent created the comic. He's involved in some way.
He's making the movie,
something. Yeah, he's making the movie. So yeah, so maybe this will go up in value.
It's already like $50.
Oh, there you go. This is Black Goliath. So this is a old school Marvel comic. And yeah, because you demanded it, in his own mind bending mag at last. Action-packed first issue. So, and yeah. Oh, where am I going? Yeah, there we go. Okay, now the Truth series. So he got me the first. Darryl got me the first issue last year, and now he got me issues 2, 3, 4, and 5. So
That's the rest of the
almost
series, right?
Of 7.
7. So I need 2 more issues. So
Yeah.
I'll just yeah. But I think Darryl's left that as an exercise for me to track down the last 2 issues. So
That's right. Yeah.
But thank you, Darryl. I do appreciate these comics. These are all cool finds and pickups, and I appreciate them. And thanks for sending them in. Thanks for giving them to me. Thanks for the gift.
No problem.
All right, now we do have some Transformers themed stuff. I believe the show creator was Paul Davids. He worked on the G1 animation back in the 80s, and he was selling the film strips from Cosmic Rust. You probably will not be able to see this at all very well.
Nope.
But this is Perceptor and Megatron in 4 frames of animation from the original reel of film from the episode. So yeah, a little piece of G1. So that's very cool.
He just cut that shit out for you too, and just gave it to you.
He just
Yes.
the 35 millimeter and just...
Yep.
Damn.
And we all got a piece. We all got pieces. So that was very cool.
I have put on my Twitter. I figured out a good way to get a picture of it and put it on my Twitter, so we can link that in the show notes.
Your what?
Yeah.
My Twitter. Have you heard of that? Yeah. I found my studio light, my cheap, like $25 newer USB light thing. I put it on there and then took a picture, and it looked good.
I was actually thinking of like maybe you can make make a little shadow box thing, or buy a little shadow box thing and put a light inside and like hang that up.
That's my goal, is to have something like that where I could turn off the light and not have it on all the time. But
yeah. So we had the charity auction, the return of the TFcon charity auction. I donated a bunch of the things I was trying to sell. I mean, you might have seen the sales things I was showing off a little bit the last few months, but I figured, I'm trying to just get rid of some clutter, and I donated a bunch of toys, and I got a bunch of raffle tickets. I didn't know they were doing a raffle for people who donated stuff, but they were. And I just there were several items they were raffling off. I put tickets in, and I won a couple. So I won the TFcon Axis. So this is I guess a repaint of Shafter.
Nice.
From 2014.
Mm-hmm.
He's a evil Huffer, evil all black Huffer. And Stronghold. This is a little Headmaster figure with weapons. So pretty cool. So thank you, TFcon. And I believe they made over $10,000 in the charity auction. So
That's
they at least one wish fulfilled by the folks at TFcon. So congratulations for that. Also, we had Andrew Wildman at the show. This is my first time meeting Andrew Wildman in person, classic G1 comics artist. I did buy his sketchbook, and of course he signed it.
And check out our alt mode last week with the interview where Charles and Darryl got to talk with him.
Yep. And it was great meeting him, talking with him. He's a very cool guy. He's his art was some of my favorite from back in G1. And I had a bunch of comics that I got signed. So UK comics. So actually, I went to his panel, and in his panel, he showed off. This was basically the first UK comic that he did interior art for. And I happened to have it with me. So I got it signed, and I got a bunch of other UK comics signed, which I think these are almost all the comics he worked on in the UK, either covers or interiors, which was very nice to get them all signed. And also the US, Marvel US comics, I got those signed too. So We had all the UK comics and US up to issue 80. You know, the final issue of back in the day. And then he went and did Regeneration 1 too. So I got a bunch of the Regeneration 1 issues signed as well. And yeah, I was very happy to get all my Andrew Wildman stuff signed. So thank you so much to Mr. Wildman for letting me pull a Darryl and get everything signed. And he didn't complain or anything. He just smiled and laughed and let me do it. So I appreciate it. So the last thing I got, so this was not something I picked up at TFcon, but it arrived the day after I came back from TFcon, and it was something that I was very excited to get. And it's actually still available if you if this is something you want. This is not like a rare item. It's something you can pick up right now if you want it. I got the Lego Optimus Prime. So there he is.
Nice.
He's got that. I stuck the Energon cube on the top of him, so but you can pull that off
from that one episode.
There's the axe, his Energon axe. He's got Sideswipe's rocket pack. I just stuck that on the back. So I'm showing him off in vehicle mode because I think Jeremy showed him off in robot mode when he showed him.
In robot mode over my head.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so here's the Sideswipe rocket pack.
How well did it hold together when you transformed it?
Pretty good. Yeah, no problems. I've transformed him a couple times and he's pretty stable. Here is his laser rifle or ion blaster, which is a cool little item. I really like the Oh, go ahead.
The rifle was so fun to build, in my opinion. Just kind of like, it doesn't look like anything, and then at some point it comes together. It's really cool.
Yeah, everything in this build was very satisfying. I like the way everything comes together. Like when you're putting the toy together, you're seeing all the ratchets and joints for how he transforms. It's really neat. There is a matrix inside, of course. There it is. And it's a solid. I mean, the transformation is really nice and smooth, well done. I mean, it's a well put together figure. It's amazing what they did with this guy. I know people complain about the leg, not having any knee joints, but I mean that didn't really bother me. Like it's a very well put together figure. I'm very impressed with this. I enjoyed putting it together. It's just a great Lego figure and a great Transformer. So I have no complaints for this guy. Yeah, I mean the one thing I will complain about though, actually, the instruction.
Except for
well, it's not about the figure; it's about the instruction booklet. So the instruction booklet is great. It's awesome. It has little fun facts about Transformers sprinkled throughout the book, which is really nice. The one thing I'll complain about at the beginning of the instruction booklet, it has the quote: "Autobots convert and roll out." No. Never, no. It is never convert and roll out. No. There it is. Jeremy's showing it. No, that is wrong. I don't care about your trademark issues. No. Tell the lawyers to shut up. It's transform and roll out. Transform and roll out.
The other languages.
It is not convert and roll out. That is terrible. That is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Other than that, everything else is great. While Jeremy and Darryl are showing off their stuff, I'm going to transform this guy because I want to show you how he looks compared to MPO1. So that's it for me. You'll just hear me doing stuff in the background.
Good. That won't be distracting at all.
All right, Jeremy, you're up next. What do you got?
All right. Well, first off, the non-Transformer things Darryl gave me, because I no longer have a Unicron. It's gone. I drove it to Darryl's house because he couldn't sell it at TFcon. But in thanks for letting me hold it and move it with me and everything, Darryl gave me some comics. This first one, Darryl, you said it was just because it looks like Superman's fighting Popeye.
Yep.
And yeah, it's kind of funny. It looks like the guy's name is Captain Strong. I'd never heard of him before. And so yeah, Superman Popeye.
But he's Popeye. He's Popeye.
Yeah. April 1985. So towards the end before the Crisis reboot, they were probably doing some crazy stuff. But then you managed to get one of these JLA Avengers books that they just put out again because to help with George Perez, and this is amazing. I love this, so thank you so much for that.
Yeah, not a problem. That was good.
Yeah, and in terms of TFcon stuff, I got some merch, some TFcon merch in your interview with Colin. He mentioned that they're going to have some merch again. So I got a TFcon hat, and I have a pin somewhere. I can't find it. I'm going to have to dig it up, and I'll show it next week. It's really tiny, but that was cool. And then I got Vince DiCola was there. I got him to sign my my LP of the 86 soundtrack. I was kind of surprised at the price of autographs for the non-comic guests, because that's a $50 autograph right there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fine. I mean, I how many times am I going to see him in the show? So I got that, and then from Andrew Wildman, I got this print of Grimlock. This is great, and he signed it, and I love that. Another old thing that I think, Darryl, you were holding for me from was this December's TFcon?
December. Yep.
Yeah, this is the Beast Machines Writer's Bible, and Bob Skur signed it. So, being a fan of that show, like it. It's written by him and Marty Eisenberg. So, basically, just kind of going all in on the characters, their motivations, everything. It's really cool. And then before I get into toys, I got two more things. Oops, sorry. I have pre-COVID, I've been working on the Superman Sketchbook, and finally got to add one more to it. Andrew Lee Griffith did this version of Superman. It's kind of a Silver Age. I really like it.
Cool.
When I ask an artist to do this, I'm like, just whatever you picture Superman as, just that's what I want. I'm not giving you any other kind of preferences. Just I want your version. So like I have, let's see, this is, what's the guy's name? Hold on. This is Buster Moody, who's worked on TMNT for IDW. It's kind of cool. And then Thomas Deere did this. Oops.
Mm-hmm.
That was a really cool one. And then Livio did the Cyborg Superman. So glad to be able to start getting back with that. And then speaking of Livio, I got this Darth Vader sketch from the recent Obi-Wan series with the cracked faceplate and stuff. So really like that. I also got the film, which I got in here, but I mean, you will see it just as well as you saw Charles's, so I'm not going to take it out. All right. And now toys. I got a couple things. Again, from Darryl, you had been kind of collecting stuff. I mentioned a few months ago my reissued G1 Bumblebee broke. Mine was the old keychain one, but you were nice enough to find one and put it in the box for me. Mm-hmm. So this the most recent reissue Bumblebee. And he's got the cartoon face, which I actually prefer over the G1 robot face. And then you threw in this little Micromaster Scourge Nemesis Prime in there, so that's cool. And then from Parts Party that our friend Arash was putting on, I bought a G2 Bumblebee. So this is cool, although one of the wheels doesn't turn. That's going to be a project, but you know, the gold looks good. So
Yeah.
So shiny.
yeah, very, very shiny. That was a gold bug right there.
Yeah.
And the last thing, which I haven't yet paid for, but I bought off of Charles, Masterpiece Soundwave, which thank you. You'll get your money eventually.
I know you're good for it, Jeremy.
Yeah. I think that's it. I'll probably show off the Andrew Wildman comics I got signed next week, so I'll have something to show off next week. So that is all I got. Now everyone just sit back and hear Darryl.
I'm gonna let you finish, Darryl. Can I jump in before real quick?
Sure.
So
Oh,
I was able to transform him just in that time. So it was, I didn't break anything off. The transformation is pretty simple and intuitive, just like G1 Optimus Prime. And here is MPO1. He's actually, you know, a little bit bigger than MPO1. MPO1 is definitely heavier with the die-cast metal.
Wait a second, Charles. You happen to have an MPO1 just sitting next to you right now. Just for this comparison.
I may have taken him out of the case before we started recording, just to have him ready.
Uh-huh.
I thought people would be interested in the size comparison. You know, size matters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to see it.
So he's just a slightly bigger than MPO1. So, you know, pretty chunky figure. So
you just need to get a Sharpie and add some battle damage to the logo.
all right. Go ahead, Darryl. And now let's see TFcon Palooza.
I'm sorry,
and it's thrilling.
All at a time. Yeah. I'm saving something for next week, but if you can see right above me there, somebody's got some arms now. So you can look forward to that. I picked up some stuff from TFcon as well, and one of the things I got at a parts party there, I was able to trade some of the things one of the things I brought to sell, and part of that I picked up was Transformers Animated Rodimus Minor, still sealed on its card. So I was really happy to get that. It's one of those animated figures that I never actually got before. So to get them on, you know, in sealed and package was a pretty big thing for me. I've got a couple animated figures sealed on card, so I was pretty happy to find this one. I picked up some original art. One piece from a Mr. Andrew Lee Griffith. This is from the book we are about to review in alt mode. So this is a very modern piece. It is page 6 of the Fate of Cybertron book, and they didn't have a title for it at the time, so he just labeled it as Finale. But you can see Computron and Skylinks in this, and a bunch of stuff going on here. So this is right as stuff's starting to ramp up in that book. So this was a great piece of art that I picked up from him, and I was really happy to get that. And then Andrew Wildman was there, and he brought some original art as well. And I picked up this piece from him, and this is from Regeneration 1, issue number 84. So a couple issues into the series there, and this is Megatron talking with Starscream with right on this side here. So that's Ratchet's head on the front of Megatron's little sled that he had going on, if you remember that series back in the day. And then there's some dead characters on the ground there. I've looked at that page, and it's it's epic. And if you'll recall, like all this free space up here, that was stuff that John Paul, when he was coloring it, he used to tell the mood of the story. So he filled that with some really nice sky sight. So yeah, it's a really great page. And yeah, the art on here, it was just great art of Megatron and Starscream. So yeah, I was really happy to get that page as well. One of the other things I got, this is just one of those things when I go to conventions now, I'm looking at G1 toys like I always do, but I don't need many anymore to complete the my North American run of G1. So I was able to find one, and this is Blackout and Space Shot in the their anti-aircraft artillery thing. This is a Micromaster base Micromaster combiners and their little base thing, and it's fun. It's expensive. It was expensive, but it's one of those things that I had a couple pieces for, and it just seemed this was in way better condition than the pieces that I had, and to get the pieces I needed, I was going to be ending up spending what this thing costed anyway. So I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to buy the whole thing outright and be done with it. So I did, and I'm really happy to have this because this gets me that much closer to being complete on G1. So yeah, happy to have that. I also picked up some of those pieces of film. I have put them in top loaders because I had those sitting around and they were available. Did your guys, Jeremy, you said yours was 4 pieces of 4 frames?
No, I think one's 5. Let me check my Twitter.
Okay.
Mine was only 4.
Okay. Because I've got one that's 4 and I've got 2 that are 5. So
mine is 5.
Yeah.
I have
so
one,
trying to see if I can show it here.
One frame of Aerobots and then 4 frames of Optimus.
Right. So that might be too bright. Maybe you can see it there. Yeah.
So
it's
a continuation of mine.
Yeah. So I liked having the Optimus one there because that's a great picture. And if I can get a really good picture of it, I tried scanning it and it didn't come through. This is the Starscream one. And that's a really good picture of Starscream. This is not the best way of showing it, but at least it's not black. So, and then the other one here I picked up. This is Megatron and Starscream during the episode, and yeah. So I was really happy to get these 3 things. And again, those last 2 are 5 frames, and so when I was looking at the Optimus one, I only gotten 4 frames. I thought maybe I got ripped off, and then
Well, you did.
I was like, you know what? Maybe I actually got 2 for free on the last 2. So yeah.
No, you got ripped off.
But it's okay. I was just happy to be able to get those things because those I did not even fathom that would be available at the show. So I was really happy to get that.
I put in our Discord and our Donatrons chat the picture of mine and then how I took the picture.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna look at that. The last thing I got is something that arrived after I got home from TFcon, and I had ordered it knowing that I might see the pieces at TFcon. I did, but I wasn't 100%, so I ordered it anyway, and they were the last 2 components for my Magic Square Devastator, and I've spent some time this week and put them together. And you may have gotten a tip from that I was going to show this off if you looked at my Twitter, because I did post some pictures on Twitter that I had this. But this thing is absolutely remarkable. The engineering that's into this Legend Scale Devastator. Yes, it does cheat a little bit because the hips and the thighs are, one giant piece that, just kind of clips into the long haul and then the legs. But that's the only piece on here that does that.
Hips do lie.
The hips are lying here. Yeah. But other than that, this thing here is completely transformable, and all the pieces do what they're supposed to do. And then the pieces that are like detachable, they all combine into some drill thing that you can use on its own. So they're not useless. But I love this thing. This is incredibly well engineered. Sometimes some people might even say over engineered, because the figures are really complex for what they are. If this thing was scaled up to masterpiece scale, this would be a masterpiece, combiner. I am thoroughly impressed with what they've done at this scale. So each one of these 2-packs, there are 3 2-packs, and each one of them was about $130 Canadian, which I guess would have been about $100 US. So this is an expensive Legend scale figure here, but I am really quite impressed with what they were able to accomplish here. And this thing was in direct competition with the New Age Devastator. And I've been fairly vocal on the fact that I really wasn't happy with the amount of cheating that it did. But again, this thing here is incredibly well engineered, and you can see on the back how well it it kind of puts together. And all of the stuff here on the back is part of the individual figures as well. So yeah, it's I'm going to post some more pictures when I get a chance to actually take some, but it's very articulated. It holds everything really well. I was doing some shots because I do have the other Legend Scale Devastator with me, because I bought it. It's from DX9, and this thing here is a piece of junk by comparison, like absolute garbage. And this is a bunch of years difference, but yeah, it's very interesting to see the amount of engineering, the technology that comes through over the course of a few years. But yeah, I'm really quite happy that I went in on this Devastator. I'm very happy with it. Yeah. But that's all I'm going to show for this week. I think I've got a bunch of other stuff that I can show off in weeks coming up. Again, the arms on this guy, they're here. He's heavy. He's really heavy. But again, we'll save that for another week.
I may have held back some TFcon stuff too as well. So
I was wondering, because I know some stuff you got that you didn't talk about.
Yeah, I held some stuff back too.
Okay, that'll do it for this week's Trips to the Store. Thanks everyone for watching. Again, if you'd like to help the show out, you can support us by going to transmissionspodcast.com/support. That's where you can sign up either on Patreon or PayPal. If you would like to leave us feedback, you can go to transmissionspodcast.com/feedback. And that's where you can send us voicemails, send us emails, contact us on social media, or even leave comments right below in this YouTube video if you like. Yeah, and get in touch. We love getting feedback. We like responding to feedback. So that'll do it for this week's Trips to the Store. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, all.
Later.